6 years ago today, my son Coleman was born. He was 2 months premature. I had no clue of what all could happen. So let me borrow you for a minute and I'll take you on a rendition of why this birthday is so important to me. Number one, 6 years ago today, February 27th, there was my wife and I, we were sitting in the doctor's office in a high-risk pregnancy area. And they talked to us, they said that the umbilical cord was too small to keep continuing to feed little man or Coleman. So my wife, so they sent us over to the hospital. We're sitting there and all of a sudden they decide that they're going to induce my wife. So they gave her the Protessin. Next thing you know, every time she would have a labor pain, his heart rate would drop. After his heart rate dropped, then they decided, okay, we're going to do a C-section. So they did an emergency C-section. So that day to me was a very unique day. It was a day that I asked God, I said, why me? Why do I have to suffer through this? I'm always trying to help people out. But as I walked back that day, it was an important birthday to me because that day I walked back there into the children's ward. It was like a horseshoe, if you can imagine, like a horseshoe. As I walked in that front room, I had asked God, why me? Why me? But as I walked through the first couple bassinets, there were two twins there. I think together they weighed about 2.5 pounds. Then there was another child, and so on, and so on, and so on. Until I got to Coleman, and at 3 pounds, 8 ounces, he was the biggest child in the NICU that day. And I began to think to myself, sometimes the cross we carry that we think is the biggest in the room may be the smallest. And that's why today, February 27th, is a special day to me. It's not only my son's birthday, but it's also a birthday to me for waking up. I woke up that day and realized how to be affectionate and care for other folks. And so I mark today Coleman's 6th birthday, but I also mark my birthday of learning how to relate to people and their problems. If I was to give any type of advice on anything, I would say to you, always be patient of the person that's next to you, because that too may be your birthday. Just because we sing happy birthday and just because we give presents, the biggest present of all may be the gift that you receive. So I say to you today, thank you. I've enjoyed being your classmate. And again, today, February 27th, if you could say a special happy birthday for my son Coleman, it would be great to appreciate it. Now he can no longer hold up his hands and show me 5 fingers and tell me that he is a handful. Now he's a handful plus 1, is the way he explained it to me today. So thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye. And by the way, I'm filming this from the front seat of my truck on break. Thank you. Bye-bye.